अस्सलाम वालेकुम सामीन, वॉइस ऑफ अमेरिका उर्दू रेडियो से प्रोग्राम इन द न्यूज़ के साथ मैं हूं आपका मेज़बान असद हसन और प्रोड्यूसर हैं सादिया असद, जबकि हमारे साथ इंजीनियर हैं डैरिल स्मिथ। NATO supply is about to resume, which was the main factor of contention between Pakistan and United States in recent days. Do you think that both US and Pakistan are now back on the track of bilateral relationship and strategic partnership?
The US and Pakistan are certainly on the track now. Whether it's the same track as they had before remains to be seen. Nothing will be exactly the same, but what was this impasse could not go on too much longer for both countries' interests. So I would say basically that once some of the details are worked out, there will, at a minimum, then be a resumption of the shipment of most items to Afghanistan.
Pakistan and parliamentarian were demanding that U.S. could table or offer apology on Salala checkpost attack. Do you think that Washington is going to do that?
I see no indication at this point in this political season that it's possible for the U.S. to issue an outright apology. It is a question, I think, which normally diplomats find appropriate language and avoid particular terms like apology. But what has happened, of course, is that the Pakistan Parliament has demanded exactly that word be used, and that's going to be very difficult now because President Obama has been criticized by the Republican Party for being too easy to issue apologies. We also know that the attack in Kabul, which was traced to the Haqqani network several months ago, made it much more difficult to proceed with that kind of statement. There is indication that they were prepared to do it, but that changed the situation.
President Zardari is about to arrive in Chicago. He is going to attend the NATO conference. In your analysis, what is he going to say in Chicago conference?
Well, he's going to try to indicate that Pakistan is going to be fully cooperative with whatever NATO decides. It was necessary to have Pakistan there because everyone agrees that the plans that NATO will lay out in Chicago cannot be fully executed without some degree of cooperation from Pakistan. How much cooperation now remains to be seen. But the major message is to Pakistan as well as other countries that after 2014, the international community is not going to desert Afghanistan.
Now I come to the second topic of the day. United States Ambassador to Israel, Daniel Shapiro, he has said that the United States is ready for a military option to Iran if necessary. What is your analysis if the statement is reflection of administration's policy?
He doesn't speak, when he speaks it is obviously with the approval of the State Department. Most people believe that this was a statement which was made to a group of lawyers and was not intended as a major public pronouncement. And it was intended for a domestic Israeli audience. The reason for doing this and the purpose that it serves is generally accepted to be that it is to give Israel a sense that when the United States says that all options remain on the table, this is not merely rhetoric, but that it goes beyond that, and that they are prepared to act. The idea is when you make a statement like this, that you put additional pressure on Iran not to use the ongoing negotiations to delay reaching some kind of accord with the with the United States and the international community. So it is a statement which was not intended for general distribution, but it serves the purpose both in Israel and the United States to say that this administration is not merely engaging in rhetoric, but is serious about the possibility that if Iran refuses completely to go along with the international community, that there remains the real possibility of collaboration on military efforts.
Still, if Iran refuses in the given situation, do you believe that it would be an easy option to opt for Washington?
No. This I think Washington is fully apprised of the fact that any kind of direct United States involvement here would have repercussions throughout the Islamic world that would be ultimately very damaging to the United States. However, at the same time, the United States has to balance that against the possibility that Iran merely ignores the international demands and proceeds. And then the question is the provocation going to be their continued enrichment, or does it have to mean that they have actually made the decision to weaponize? Yeah. There are some that say that that is the crucial point, when there is evidence that they are taking their fissile material and using it specifically for the building of a nuclear warhead.
Yeah, you mentioned the reaction from the Islamic world and from the other international community, but what is your calculation? Iran itself, how it can retaliate, and if such kind of statements could provoke him to preempt?
No, I don't think. I actually think that if there were an attack, and I don't think that the attack would be initiated by the United States, it would probably be by Israel. If there is an attack, my own sense here is that Iran will not directly respond. It will get its surrogates in the region to respond. In Lebanon, in the Gaza Strip, that will be the response, because what Iran will want to avoid is a direct confrontation with the United States. If it launches any kinds of missiles, for example, from Iranian territory, or if it blockades the Straits of Hormuz, this will put it into direct confrontation with the international community. It will try to limit its reaction to Israel.
Yeah, but some experts believe
that way it will get the political benefits of being a victim nation rather than, as it is now, a pariah nation.
But considering the behavior and considering the resentment from Iran, some of the experts, they believe that Iran could directly attack the U.S. installations in Gulf area and also the Israel.
And I don't believe it will do that, because that would put Iran directly into war footing with the United States. And that is not in Iran's interest, because the U.S. would be capable of destroying much of the military capacity of Iran through air power. That would not happen. And that's why I'm saying Iran is if there were a strike, Iran is likely to get the political dividends from that rather than expose itself to a direct American retaliation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Weinbaum, for being with us.